Okay, I've had this conversation at least three times in the past 2 weeks. I know I mentioned it in only tens. I know I've talked about it and called it out specifically in the Rising Leader Handbook. We've talked about it on this podcast, but I've never talked about it directly, I think. So we're going to have a conversation now about the fact that sometimes your job is to go to the coffee shop and get some work done. Sometimes your job is to get away from the noise, all the people who need you, all the things that need to be done, put some noise canceling headphones on and get your work done. Sometimes it's just to get your thinking done, get your planning done, get your visioning done, get your mind around a problem. I working with one CEO that we know that his business moves forward at a meteoric rate when he's doing his 2 hours of deep work every day. Now he doesn't even have to do it for long periods of time. If he gets in the groove for about 2 or 3 weeks, he moves the ball forward on a bunch of things, and then he goes on to and forgets to do it, and then we bring him back to his 2 hour work sessions. So it doesn't. It's not even a constant thing for him because, of course, a lot of my clients, he has ADD, like me. I was just talking to a C-suite executive, a CTO of multi-billion-dollar company who is tearing his hair out about the fact that he is overwhelmed with all he has to do, and all the people that he's training in his organization, and just everything that's going on. So we just had that conversation. Dude, sometimes your job is to get the hell out of the office, put on the headphones, and get some work done. So now, 3 times a week, just 3 times a week, he's going off site, putting on the headphones, and he's getting that planning done that he needs to get done because he's building a new organization. So whenever people see him or know he's available, they're going to tag him. And because he's responsive, he wants to respond. So he's working at night and he's working on weekends instead of taking the time in the morning or in the afternoon when he knows that he can work at his best and do that deep work. So sometimes it feels like you're playing hooky. It feels like if you're just going to wonder about a problem or a challenge or a budget for next quarter or something like that, and you're just taking the time and you're sitting in a coffee shop, sometimes it feels like you should be doing that on nights and weekends. Like that's not actually working. But that's when you get your best work done. That's when you move the team forward. I'm doing it with a client next week. We're taking time off. I'm getting him out of the rat race that he is in because he's so overwhelmed with all the responsibilities that's happening and that are on his plate. And we're taking some time out, and I'm going to do a whiteboard session with him to get him quiet so that he can think and pay attention to what's important. And sometimes you need like someone else to do that. Sometimes it's really helpful to say, look, I've got so much on my plate. Take a colleague, take someone, and go, can you just go into this office with the whiteboard and just talk me through, just help me. I will explain it all and I'll put it on the whiteboard. And once it's on the whiteboard, I can take a picture of it and then I can put out my vision. Right. Getting someone else to help you get perspective. Well, slowing things down will get you where you want to go. So the noise canceling headphones, the getting off site, the getting into a room with someone, anything you can do to think. Because again, when you're doing work, when you're trying to get something done, you know that it takes a minimum of 15, 20 minutes to get back on task once you're interrupted. And all day long, that happens all day long. So it is your job to take that time to focus on what you need to focus on. So by yourself, in fact, I know you own a pair of noise canceling headphones. Use those things. They make the difference.